Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Let's sing. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה, הנה, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. אוי 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 שברכים גם יחד. שברכים גם יחד, גם יחד. Join us. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה, הנה, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. אוי 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 שברכים גם יחד. שברכים גם יחד, גם יחד. Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and for one last time, I'm going to say it as I have every week. Welcome to our home, to our Mikdash Me'at, to our small sanctuary here in our dining room, where we have been standing for the past 16 months doing our best to connect together with you, our Kehillah Kedosha, our holy community, and to create a sense of Kedusha, of holiness, and to bring into your homes the spirit of Shabbat and the spirit of our community. I'd be lying if I said that I'm not standing here tonight with all kinds of mixed emotions. Part of me is excited that we're going to be going back to the sanctuary next week together in the same room, hopefully with many members of our congregation and friends who might come along, maybe even for the first time, to sit in the pews and to join together, to raise our voices together in song and prayer. It's been far too long since we've physically been together, and so we're excited. Part of me is a little bit sad, I have to admit, because we've created a chevruta here with Lindy and with Ari, who you don't often see because he's behind the camera, but he's singing, he's playing percussion instruments, and you know, there's a kind of a joy and an intimacy in the experience that we've had, and of course that's going to end tonight, but for a good reason, because we're coming home. We're coming home to our temple home on the corner of March and El Dorado. And don't worry if you can't come because you live far away or for some physical reason you can't physically be in the room. We're going to continue live streaming. It's going to take us a little time to work out the technology. It might be a little rocky at first, but it's a journey that we're taking together, and we put it up as a very high priority to continue this experience because we see its power, that we can reach people across the country, around the world, and throughout Stockton. If you can't physically be in the room, you can still be present. You can still be a part of the Kehillah. That's enough of a speech. Let's get this service started. We're actually going to teach this evening a new melody for Lecha Dodi. It's a lot of fun. You're going to love it. So listen and then do your best to sing along. Maybe Lindy will do a little teaching.
I think that it's very catchy, the chorus, the Lecha Dodi part, and I think you'll be able to catch on. It has a Latin feel to it, and it's quite fun. So every time the chorus comes back, try and...
If you have a little percussion instrument at home, you know, a tambourine or a maraca or one of those eggs, a drum, a pot, and a spoon, you might want to get it because it's a lot of fun.
It's fun.
It's great rhythm. Ready?
I want to make sure we're still on here. Yeah. Is it still going? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So reminded. Here we go. Lecha dodi
לקראת כלה פרא שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פרא שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פרא שבת לקראת כלה פרא שבת נקבלה.
שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, ישמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פרא שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פרא שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, וראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה.
לך דודי לקראת כלה פרא שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פרא שבת נקבלה.
בואי ושלום עטרת בלב, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה,
בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פרא שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פרא שבת נקבלה. Let's do it again. לך דודי לקראת כלה פרא שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פרא שבת נקבלה. I love that.
See if you can't not sing that going to bed tonight.
Or in the shower. If you haven't already gotten your candles ready, if you go grab them. And we have a very special candle lighting this evening, honoring Howard Lackman on the occasion of his 80th birthday. Happy birthday, Howard.
Happy birthday.
And he's lighting the candles surrounded by his 7 grandchildren. What could be more beautiful than that? Brandon, Colin, Zoe, Anna, Parker, Zachary, and Dominic. Howard, happy birthday. Take it away.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'halik ner shel Shabbat. Happy birthday, Grandpa!
Thank you. That was just beautiful. And now our service continues on page 2 with Baruch Hu. Start with lie. Ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. Ya la la la, ya la la la, la 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 la.
Listen, Yisrael, Adonai, our God is one. Listen, Yisrael, Adonai, our God is one. Listen, Israel, Adonai, our God is one. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Abad.
May be seated. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi Vetzavecha hayom alevavecha veshinantam levanecha vedibarta bam veshivtecha bevetecha uvlechtecha vaderech uveshokmecha uvkumecha Upshartam leot ayadecha vehayu letotafot veinenecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai Vitem kedoshim lelohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Asher הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We're on page 4 of the Siddur.
So there was once a man who lived in a small house with his very large family, with his wife and his 12 children, and the walls were paper thin, and it was tiny to begin with, and the noise was unbearable. The noise of cooking in the kitchen when his wife was preparing meals, the noise of his children fighting and playing. He just couldn't stand it. So, like in those villages, he went to the rabbi to see if he could get some advice, and he explained to the rabbi what was happening in his home. The rabbi scratched his beard, thought a minute, and then he said to the man, "Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go home. You have chickens in your yard? I want you to bring them into the house. Come back and see me again next week." The man thought this was preposterous, but who's going to argue with the wisdom of the rabbi? He went home and he brought his chickens into the house. Now, along with the noise of the clanging pots and pans in the kitchen from his wife cooking meals and his children arguing and playing and making a ruckus, now he had chickens clucking and adding to all the noise in the home. He couldn't stand it. He listened to the rabbi, such advice. He went back the next week and he told him exactly the experience. It wasn't better, it's worse. And the rabbi scratched his beard again and he said, "Here's what I want you to do. Go home, bring your goat into the house." Crazy. Again, the man listened. He brought the goat into the house. Now he had the children, the clanging of the pots and pans, and the chickens and goats. Oh, the noise was unbearable. He went back to the rabbi a week later, and this time, what did the rabbi say? "This time I want you to bring your cow into the house." I don't think I have to go through the whole thing. You could imagine what happened. The cow, the chickens, the goats. Another week of unbearable noise. He goes back to the rabbi, and now the rabbi listens to the complaining, and he says, "Okay, go home. Take out the chickens, take out the goat, take out the cow, and come back to me in a week." He did just as the rabbi said, and he came back in a week, and the rabbi said, "No, tell me, what's your experience?" And the man said to the rabbi, what a machaya, my house is so quiet and serene. I just feel so wonderful. Rabbi, thank you so much for solving my problem. I share this story with you because so many of us have spent a lot of time at home this year, these 16 months, and for some of us, we had a lot of noise to contend with. Those of us who have children at home or the grandchildren at home, and we've had to adjust to working at home, sharing space, and it hasn't always been easy. But we need to take a step back if we can and to count our blessings and to gain, if we can, a little perspective. How lucky and how blessed we are to have our homes, to have roofs over our head, to share our space. Those of us who live with spouses or children, to share our space with people we love. We've survived much worse, and we've learned so much. So let that lesson be an enduring lesson, and let us appreciate our homes and all we have. And now let us continue with the Hashkivenu, which speaks of peace and quiet and understanding.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Vehamidenu, Shomreinu Lechaim. Ufros Aleinu, Sukkot Shlomecha. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Eloheinu L'shalom, L'shalom. Hashkivenu, Vehamidenu, Shomreinu Lechaim. Hashkivenu, Aleinu, Sukkot Shlomecha. Hashkivenu, and understanding among us. Hashkivenu, peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Our service continues on page 5 with the chanting of the Amidah, and I invite you to rise either spiritually in your heart or physically as we chant together. Anananananana Adonai, Ananananana Satai Tiftat, Ananananana Ufi Agid, Ufi Agid Tehilatecha, Ufi aki tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imateinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Hasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Geula Livnei B'neihem, Lema'an Shemo Ve'ahava, Melech Chozer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Michaye HaKol, Atah Rav leHoshia, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Tomech Noflim Berofeh Olim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamocha B'Gevurot, Umido Melech, Melech Meimit Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kadoshim b'chol yom, Yehallelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. And we join together in singing Haporei Sukkot Shalom, again, a shelter of peace. Oops. Baruch atah Adonai, Haporei Sukkot Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'akol amo Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, Haporei Sukkot Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'akol amo Yisrael. Ve'Yerushalayim ve'akol amo. Ve'Yerushalayim Shalom. Ve'Yerushalayim ve'akol amo. Ve'Yerushalayim Shalom. Baruch atah Adonai, Haporei Sukkot Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'akol amo Yisrael. Shalom Aleinu ve'akol amo Yisrael. Shalom Aleinu ve'akol amo Yisrael. us maintain this peaceful feeling of quiet and serenity as we invite you to take a few quiet moments to turn inward, to think about the blessings of your home, of your life, of the week that's passed, the expectation of the week ahead. Let us meditate and take a few quiet moments of our own individual thoughts and prayers. Tefillat Halev, the prayers of the heart.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Thank you to Beth for sending me that beautiful rendition of Mi Ha'ish yesterday for this last Shabbat at home. Elohai Netzor Lishoni Merah Elohai Netzor Lishoni Meira. Oh my God, watch over me. Take the hurt away from how I speak. Only love flows from you. May every word I speak be true. Elohai Netzor Lishoni Meira. Elohai Netzor Lishoni Meira. When words are thrown, I'll hold my tongue and breathe the air of songs I've sung. That refrain I'll repeat. There's more to you than only me. Elohai Netzor Lishoni Meira. Elohai Netzor Lishoni Meira. Uspatai medaber, medaber mirmam. Velim klal elai nafshi tidam, benafshi ke'afar. Lakol tehiyeh. Hi, nai, nai. Hi, nai, nai, nai. Hi, nai, nai. Hi, nai, nai, nai. Hi, nai, nai. Hi, nai, nai, nai.
I'd like for us to maintain this mood, actually. And I'd like to invite you to close your eyes and try your best to go along with this visualization exercise. I want you to imagine one place in the world where you have felt the safest and the most secure. A place of peace and of calm and of serenity. For some of us, this brings up images of home. Being nestled in bed in your childhood room, or cooking dinner, or sitting around the dinner table with family and friends in the home you created. For others, it might be standing outdoors in a beautiful place in nature, by the ocean, or in a forest. For many of us, and you can open your eyes now, thoughts of that safe place, that happy place, evokes memories of being embraced within a community, at camp or in a synagogue, immersed in meaningful prayer, or singing together, nourishing our souls and connecting with the Kehillah, celebrating a simcha, or finding solace in difficult times when we need it the most. All these images, I think, contain the essence of what we mean when we say home. Home represents true safety. Home is the beginning and the ending of each day's and each lifetime's journey. Much of our Torah, when you think about it, is focused around the search for a home. It's filled with longing and it's filled with journeys, both physical and spiritual. This week's double portion, Matot Maseh, for example, brings to a close the book of Numbers, which is wholly concerned with our people's journey out of slavery in Egypt and the pursuit of a home in the Promised Land. In one dramatic scene, the people reach the land just over the Jordan River, just on the border. And the tribes of Reuben and Gad, who are cattle ranchers, see that this location is fertile and lush. They are taken by its beauty, and they are ready to stop traveling and to create a home in that spot on that side of the Jordan. But when the Reubenites and Gadites announce they are staying put, Moses is appalled. The issue for Moses is that the choice is selfish. It's a valid choice, of course. Who wouldn't want to settle in such a beautiful place? But it's all about the personal welfare. And it's not what's best for the community. Moses asks them if they intend to abandon their people's struggle when they are so close to reaching a homeland for all the tribes. And after hearing Moses' rebuke, the Reubenites and Gadites reconsider. They agree to take part in the rest of the journey to establish a home for the entire community, and then they'll return to the Transjordan with their cattle. The message of the Torah is clear. Everyone in the community must have a safe place before any of us can consider ourselves at home. When I read these verses, it made me think about the journey we are about to take as a congregation. As you no doubt know, we are standing this week on a precipice, metaphorically. For like our biblical ancestors standing on the border, anticipating their triumphant return to the Promised Land, next week we journey back to our physical synagogue home. And just like our ancestors' journey, our transition back is filled with so many mixed emotions and complexities. Some of us were ready to return several weeks ago, and we were frustrated that the community didn't move a little faster. Some of us are still not ready because while things are so much better, the pandemic is still far from over, especially for those with health conditions or compromised immune systems. Coming back to a potentially crowded space with people who may or may not respect their boundaries is a scary proposition. Some of us are not afraid to come back, but have gotten used to the convenience of praying at home. You don't have to get dressed or make the drive to the temple, whether that's a short commute or a long drive. I hear it all the time. Rabbi, it's so great. I can just sit on the couch relaxing while enjoying the service. What could be better? Wherever you are on that spectrum, I hope you will think about not just what you want or need, but what will bring strength and vitality to our community. If you were disappointed that we didn't return more quickly, I hope that you will respect that we have tried to make decisions for the entire community in a deliberate and careful manner, listening and polling and respecting the advice of the scientists and the state and local officials. Like a big ship in motion, it's not easy to make a quick turn. If you are ready to return and plan on coming next week or in the weeks to come, I hope that you will respect the protocols that we have put in place. No one, myself included, is excited about wearing a mask or social distancing, and we are not jumping right back into the oneg, at least not yet. But we have decided we want to be as inclusive as possible for all who want to attend. So for now, this is the way to ensure the health and safety of everyone in the room. If you are just reluctant to get up off the couch, I hope you will think about how much stronger we are when we are together and how much your presence adds to the experience, not just for you, but for everyone else as well. The Reubenites and the Gadites changed their mind after hearing Moses' rebuke. They realized they needed to do what was best, not just for themselves, but for the whole community. They had come this far on this journey together, and they needed to see it through for the sake of their people. Yes, we are a community, a kehillah kedosha, whether we are in the building or not. This past year and a half has proven that. But you and I know it's not quite the same as being together in the room where it happens, to paraphrase of Hamilton. It's one thing to recite a prayer like the Kaddish or the Misha Berach, knowing you are joining others who are reciting it at the same time. It's another to actually add the sound of your voice in real time and space. It's one thing to listen to beautiful music and to sing along at home. It's another experience entirely, hearing the whole congregation come alive, raising their voices together in song, and adding your voice, whether you sing on key or not. So next week, we will be back in the sanctuary together for the first time in more than 16 months. I hope you will think about the Torah portion with the Reubenites and the Gadites, as I did. I hope you will come back with a whole heart, an open heart, and an open mind, opening yourself to the wonderful experience of being together again and being a willing partner, taking little steps in this journey back home. If our ancestors could overcome their fears and their apprehensions and rise above their own needs and desires and move forward as a united people, so can we. Ken Yehi Ratzon. May it be God's will. Amen. And now, we have something very special to share with you. We're going to invite you behind the camera so you can see a little bit about how this works and what this room looks like, and enjoy some outtakes and bloopers and high points from this interesting year and a half that has passed praying in this fashion. So Ari has put this together. I hope you enjoy.
Go ahead.
All the mics go into this thing, and then I control the levels here. So of course for that.
Sitting on top of games.
Rabbi needs this big black foam thing over his microphone because he has lots of popping noises. They're called plosives.
Enjoy watching lots of this.
The life of an editor, man. Watching.
I don't remember if that was there.
Look, I think I do. Can you talk? Hello?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hello? Hi. Now he's saying something.
This land was made for you and me. One of the walking the right way, around the blue life highway.
1 minute, 20 seconds.
It's going to be done before 11:30.
The 33rd day of the counting of the Omer. A minor
We're just then I got a big whiff of smoke right in my face.
In front of a castle in this town.
Really? I had the same dream. But I dreamed that a man named Jacob found buried treasure in his own mouse
Bed.
under his bed?
Yeah.
Okay. In my dream, he found buried treasure underneath his own bed. I don't know, bring him outside.
Esther, how's your Hamantaschen?
I don't know, they were Jason's this time. They did not come out so
Oh my,
bad.
wow. What do you think?
Am I too?
We're wearing masks, we're wearing costumes, but it's about genocide. It's about anti-Semitism. The Jewish people. Could you do that a little more quietly?
I don't think so.
It's difficult to live our lives worrying about anti-Semitism. That's a frenetic, neurotic way to live our lives. Have you already started drinking, Linda?
Too much in here. So here we go.
Ad lo yada, until you don't know.
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
To wish to be free. The first candle we light on Hanukkah leaves our spirits and hearts aglow. It rekindles the wonderful miracles of many years ago. We will not forget their faith, their hopes, their glory. We will not forget their struggle to be free. So light the light, menorah it will shine, bright, so bright. Rejoice this special time, Hanukkah.
Wow.
What a
A
16
whole life
months.
has happened in the last 16 months. You know, as Jason said at the beginning, we will be continuing, God willing, to live stream in one way or another. We'll make it happen. Hopefully, for those of you who can't come, live far away, for whatever reason, want to connect with us and can't come to the sanctuary in person, we are still here for you, and we will do our best to keep connected forever and a day. So,
And I hope that we'll still bring that spirit and creativity and experimentation that this year has given us permission to do with us when we return to the sanctuary, because it opens new doors of understanding and connection, and it makes it fun as well.
and we thank Ari for that retrospective
That's
and for
beautiful.
all, as you can see, all of the video work that he did throughout this year. It was just amazing, and we got so much better as the year went on, and you can see that. It's exciting.
And none of that could have happened without him.
No.
He's a partner in crime here, and it's been wonderful working together.
Same. Okay.
And now let's do the Misha Berach, a prayer for health and healing for our loved ones and our friends, those who need whatever strength we can bring to their lives with our visits, our phone calls, if we bring a meal or send a card, and through our prayers for refuah shlema, for a full and speedy healing. Our community this week is praying especially for Diane Dakin, Samantha Porteous, Craig Corin, Sally Glick, Randy Watkins, Betty Morgan, Ron and Margaret Ray, Gabrielle Lopez-Smith, Ira Abramson, Bradley Cantor, Jackie Burke, Rebecca Williams, Bert Carlson, Ricardo Holbrook, Philip Blair, Leslie Hirschfield, Christina Vogel, Vivian Culver, Stephen Bonacore, Doralee Saxon, Jonathan Kelly, Lois Meyer, Micah Tarchi, Boaz Abramson, Gail Brody Bronstein, Barry Klein, Victor Altman, Judy Platt, Malka Chadnick Moya, Susie Kritzer, Vicki Goldman, and Rose Machado. And we invite you to say aloud or to hold in your heart the names of those whom you would add to this list for the Misha Berach, or please feel free to share them with our Kehillah in the chat. And now let us join together in praying the Misha Berach.
We're on page 7.
We add to those names mentioned aloud those of us who are in need of these same blessings of Refuat HaNefesh and Refuat HaGuf, for healing of mind and body and spirit. Baruch atah Adonai Rofeh HaCholim, blessed are you, O God, who heals the sick.
Amen.
We rise for Elenu. It's up to us to call ourselves to task, to sing what's good and true, to bring about redemption. It's what we were free to do. For what's the point of being here if we're not moved to change our ways? Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. We are carrying the stories of the ones who came before. But stories will be told of us when we are here no more. We commit ourselves to action. It brings meaning to our days. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. It's up to us to own the vision. We are an answer to a call. It's up to us to live the words we speak for the benefit of all. It's up to us to bow down deeply. There's a broken world to raise. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon HaKol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו kechol hamonam. V'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar v'chaya Adonai lemelech hakol haaretz bayom havu Yehyeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. May be seated. We remember and we pay tribute to the memory of those who have passed in the last 30 days, whose loved ones are in the period of Shloshim, the 30 days of mourning, and those who have died in the past year and whose families are in the Shana, the 1-year period of mourning. Remember with love Bob Lilienstein, Esther Nell Tabak, Lou Israels, Maria Vargas, Marv Primack, Kevin Mitchell, Buzz Chain, Martin Coleman, Annette Adamson, Sophia Boysa, Jeanette Saphir, Mort Cohen, David Boivy, Luz and Israel Teicher, David Fortis, Fernand Morrison, Patricia Ventura, Harriet Berg, Janet Bullard, Bruce Soretsky, Saul Chednick, Susanna Lopez, Skip Evie, Harry Harris, Shirley Brecher, and Judith Hoffman. Zichronam Livracha, may all their memories be for a blessing. Excuse me. And we remember as well loved ones of our congregation who are in the period of Yortzeit, the 1 year or the several year anniversary of their passing, which is observed this Shabbat for those who died. We remember with love Grace Blum, Irving Smith, Paul Dunn, Jane Sobel, Robert Zaralski, Mary McNabb, Myrtle Sorgent, Louis Gluskin, Lupu Katz, Lillian Giuliano, Albert Levy, Adrian Adina Rose, Alfred Runge, Emmanuel Stein, Herman Hoffman, Kathy Underwood, Marcia Koretsky, Fanny Sweet, Harry Corin, Shirley K. Harris, Guadalupe Maria Luna Andazola, Lynn Apple, Gertrude Corin, Arthur Kalo, Paula Marks, Sylvia Marks, and David Statner. Zichronam Livracha, may the memory of all these precious loved ones be for a blessing and a never-ending source of strength. And we pay homage to the memory of all those who perished in the tragedy in Surfside, as we remember as well the 6 million who perished in the Holocaust, leaving no one to remember them. We take them into our hearts along with our loved ones who have died, and together we join in reciting Mourner's Kaddish. Please rise. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'yalmad divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayachon v'yomechon u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agalav v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ulomei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudusha berichu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to the bereaved. And let us say, Amen.
Amen. So we're still accepting donations for our fun fair in lieu of the food fair that we can't have this year. We know that sometimes letters that you get at home get put on the bottom of a pile and forgotten. So if by chance you have put it aside, we'd love to have you help us out this year in these exceptional times. And hopefully you will have received this Temple Israel Jewish Food Fair reminder that next year, God willing, Sunday, June 5th, we will be having a food fair. So we look forward to that.
That's a refrigerator magnet.
It is. And thank you and happy birthday to Howard Lackman. And so nice seeing his grandchildren.
What a blessing, 80 years old and celebrating with your family, with all your grandchildren together.
And happy birthday to Ariel Mendlin and Samantha Porteous and anyone else that I don't know about, but those are who I know. So happy birthday to you all. And we've already talked about it. This is our last Shabbat live streamed from our home. And so we welcome you next week. If you have a chance to send an email or fill out the little survey that Karma sent out, to say that you're coming. It's nice for us to have an idea about how many people we will have there. So we'd love that.
And maybe review the protocols as well, so we're all on the same page.
Also, our summer classes have begun, and in addition to the Rashi and the Shabbat dinner and the Tuesday schnapps or drinking one, I don't remember what that
Happy hour.
Happy hour. We also have Shirah music on Wednesday nights at 7:30 with Jason and I, and you don't have to worry about how you sound. We're on Zoom still, so please join us, and also join us for an interesting class called Talking About Israel. We're reading a book, and you can get all this information in your e-blast. Thank you finally to all the musicians who have participated and lent their talent to these services over the last 16 months. Donna, Beth, Steve, Vicky, Don, Pat, Jeff, and Carlos. You all have been amazing, and we have, look forward to eventually doing music in person.
And having you all participate.
And having you participate when we're able to. Not quite at the beginning, but we will get there. And thank you so much to Ari again. Ari, show your face. He's going to sing
Come
with
and
us.
join us, Ari.
And thank you to Karma, because none of this could happen without her either. Let's do Od Yavo Shalom.
Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam. Salam. Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, ve'akulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, ve'akulam. Salam Aleinu ve'akol ha'olam, salam, salam, salam Aleinu ve'akol ha'olam, salam, salam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Shabbat Shalom Aleinu Ve'Achuv. Not bad. The thought for the week. Thank you, Ari. What does home mean to you?
See you live.
Have a wonderful Shabbat and a safe and wonderful week ahead. And we look forward to seeing you live and in person next week at
Or
Temple
live
Israel.
stream.
Or live stream
7:30.
also.
Same time, same place.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.